Bonsoir et bon appétit. You're in for a treat. I'm making a tomate farci and bell peppers farci. So I'm stuffing tomatoes, bell peppers, zucchini, eggplants. And this is one of my favorite dishes from the south of France. It's very Provençaux, very good. It's made with zère de Provence, and we're using lamb. But you can use anything you want, any meat, and I'll explain later. But watch this video, it's amazing. But let's get started. I will put my ingredients in the description so you have a full list and it's easy to see. But let's get started because there's quite a bit of prep time. So I already got started, and what you're going to need is you're going to need like 3 or 4 garlic cloves, and you're just going to peel them, and then you're going to crush them. And this is one method. You can twist and turn, and it peels it like that. And then you take your knife, smash it, and then just dice it lightly. Now, because I have a lot of preparation, I went ahead and did half of everything, but I'm going to show you how to do everything else. So it's not that hard. The one thing I did go ahead and do was chop an onion. This is a rather large onion. If you have small onions, just do 2. Okay, so why don't we start with the zucchini. So the zucchini, you're just going to simply wash it and then cut it in half, like that. And you're going to take a spoon, get a bowl, and you're going to take the spoon and you're going to take the flesh out. Be gentle but firm, and just work it across like that. And if you have to, go back the other way. There we go. And it'll come out, and it's not that hard to do. And then I do gentle sweeps like that to clean it out. If you mess up and crack the sides, it's okay. You still can use it. So don't worry about it. Just take your time. I have to hurry because I'm doing a video. But that's what it should look like. And we'll do the other one. You see, it's not that hard. Just pull it against you, and leave the stems, by the way. Looks pretty. So we're going to go a little deeper here. There we go. And then it's easy, like that. There we go. This one, I could have done a little better job here. For some reason it's catching right there. There we go. All right. Quality check there. No worries. Now, you're going to put this all in one bowl. The zucchini flesh and eggplant. So the eggplant, again, you're just going to take it, and smaller eggplants are better. This is the only eggplant I could find. It was huge, but smaller eggplants would work better for this recipe. Small zucchinis, small eggplants, but if you're using small eggplants, get 2. If you have this humongous eggplant like I do, just get 1. And we're just going to take the flesh out and just work it, work the spoon. A sharp spoon, well, a sharp edge spoon works the best. Don't get something that's too rounded. All right. And we're just going to keep digging. Be careful not to pierce the skin. That's the one thing you don't want to do. Just do that. If you do, though, it's okay. You can still use it. But it's better that you don't. All right. I'm trying to go too quick. Normally I take my time. But you know what? It doesn't take that long. So I'm going to curve that around. There we go. And beautiful. Okay, I'll do the other one off camera. Whoop, 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 whoop. Beautiful. I'm going to take a little bit of salt, sprinkle it, and just put it aside. Alright, now let me show you the bell pepper. So leave some of the stem, just take off a little bit, and then cut it in half like that. Try to get the stem as well, so it looks like that. Now, you can either pull this out if you're in a hurry, but if you want to really do a nice little job, just use your knife and cut it out, and then take the flesh out and throw that out. Or better yet, compost it if you have a compost. Okay, and then we're going to take the flesh out with our fingers. That's what that looks like. Okay, I'm going to rinse this. And I'll finish that off camera. And then I'm going to take my tomatoes. And I like a nice big plump tomato. I'm going to use smaller ones. Now, how you're going to carve this is we're going to hollow it out and we're going to save the top. But you're going to do it just like a pumpkin, like Halloween time. If you're overseas, you don't have Halloween, just do an angle. And you want to kind of go wide because you got to stick your spoon in there. And there we go. Go around and let that sucker pop out. Save it. If you have a really deep stem, this one's okay. I'm going to keep that as is. Now, separate bowl, the other flesh from the other tomato. You're going to take this, same spoon, and you're going to cut in like that and turn. And then go all the way around. Cut in and turn. Cut in and turn. Cut in and turn. And just keep going around. You want to save all that juice because we're going to use that. And go all the way around. And then once you go all the way around, then you can turn it. And it's kind of hard to show you that, but then you're going to just take the flesh out. So like almost like a ice cream scooper. See how I'm doing that? Just turn it around, and go to the sides. Don't pierce the thing. Now you notice here I cracked it a little bit. That's okay. That happens. It's okay. Not a big deal. I just got to be gentler. There we go. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm liking how it's looking. Almost got it off. All right. Get the bottom scraped a little bit. Just use the tip of your spoon and go gentle. All right, that's good. Put that aside. All right. Now, I'm going to finish the rest. Remember, you're going to have to chop and peel and chop a whole onion or 2 small onions. Get about a cup of breadcrumbs. You can do fresh like I did and just grate it. Boom, 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 boom. You'll need about a cup. You're going to need some zèle de Provence. If you don't have zèle de Provence, you can use rosemary, you can use thyme, which is fine. Zèle de Provence, you can get it at your grocery store in the herbs thing in most grocery stores, and you can get it online for sure. Okay, I'm going to finish doing this, and then I'll show you. I'm going to chop this up so it doesn't brown too much. I'm just going to add a little bit of olive oil. A little bit of olive oil. And take my fingers and press it around. There we go. This eggplant loves to brown. Okay, we'll be right back. Let me chop all this other stuff and we'll be back. Okay, so I did that, so I'm going to put some olive oil and just brush and olive oil and my eggplant. And I'm going to do all my eggplant, my zucchini. Make sure you brush it on the side too, like that. And then get your zucchinis. That is enough on it. Like that, like that, like that. Beautiful. Okay. All right. And it's a good practice to see if everything fits. If you notice, all my stuff is not going to fit, so I'm going to have to use an extra tray. No big deal. Excuse me. At this time, put your oven at 350. And I forget what that's in Celsius, but I will put it in a little note. All right. Now I'm going to take my flesh, take it out of there. And I'm just going to take this and I'm going to finally chop it. And in the meantime, while you're doing that, what you should do is get a pan on. Put it on a medium heat for now. Put about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. That's enough. 1.5 really. I'm going to let that come to heat. We're going to add our onions and garlic. In the meantime, let's keep chopping. You want to kind of chop this fine. Okay, so I managed to get everything in one tray. All right. So I'm going to take some water and put it at the bottom of the tray, about a half a cup, something like that. Just make sure there's a good layer of water all the way to the bottom, a little more. The olive oil is hot. We're going to lower the heat. Drop our onion. Drop our onion, garlic. And do this for about 3 minutes. All right. I got my flesh all chopped up, ready to go. Maybe I should move the camera so you can see it, huh? Let's do that. All right, that's relocated. All right, something helpful. Start a timer because you need to time this. Don't put a specific time to start a timer so you see the lapse time of what's going on. Get a wooden little guy to help you out. And just make sure the onions and garlic are well coated. And we don't need that anymore. Next thing is going to go in is going to be the lamb. Now, what if you don't like lamb? Well, you can substitute with ground beef. You can even do ground beef, half ground beef, half pork, which is great. And you need about 1.25 pounds, so you could do 3/4 pound of beef and 3/4 pound of pork. You can do veal and pork. You can do whatever your fancy. And the cheese I'm using today is Parmesan, but you can use any cheese you want as well. And you're going to have to grate about, about 1/2 cup of Parmesan. Now I'm just going to soften my onions. And just give it another minute because I just want a little color to these. Not much. I don't want them like really brown. So it's almost there, actually. And then I'm going to dump my meat. And this is lamb. And yeah. So hang in there. We'll be back in a minute. Let's give this some time. Okay? Okay. We're back. So I'm going to add my lamb. Drop it in there. And I'm going to break this up and I'm going to brown it. And don't be shy. Get your wooden thingamajigger working hard. There we go. Well, that's cooking. I'm going to get a little salt and season that. Not much. I just want a little bit. And we're just going to brown this. So that's going to take about, probably 5 minutes. So I'm going to pause this. We'll be back. Okay, this is browning. And almost there. What you want to make sure, though, is, by the way, I raised the heat after the onions were done. Forgot to tell you that. But you want to make sure there's no lumps. So if you have something clinging, you just pick your thing and break it down like that. You just want to make sure that the ground beef, the lamb, the minced meat is minced in your can. All right, it's looking good. All right, that was about 5 minutes to do that. Now I'm going to take my zucchini flesh and my eggplant flesh and add that in there, all of it. Now at the same time, I'm going to add some pepper. A couple, just 2 good pinches of coarse black pepper. And we're going to mix this in. And we're going to cook that for about 3 minutes. And we're going to slightly lower the heat to like a medium. There we go. And that's starting to take shape. This is delicious, by the way. Normally it's done in the spring, or the summer actually, you get all the vegetables, but here in Chicago, I sometimes like something that reminds me of summer in the end of January in Chicago. So this kind of is a wonderful dish. And you can make this, serve this with rice, once you have it all done, you can, I like rice with it. And put it on a bed of rice, serving it. Or, you don't have to do that. All right. I'll just let that cook for about, 3-4 minutes. And then we'll be back. All right, we're back. I'm going to add the tomatoes, the tomato sauce, and from the tomatoes and the meat right into there. And I'm going to lower the heat to a medium low. And just mix this in. There we go. And now I'm going to add about a quarter cup of white wine. There we go. I'm going to add some tomato paste. And I'll probably add about a good tablespoon. Yeah. And this is what I do. I put some in and I stir it and I look at the color. And if I wanted to just put a little more color, I will add more, which I can tell already. I do want a little more color. And then we're going to cook this for like 10 minutes. Nice simmer. All right, let's put some more. That's a little dangerous. There we go. Now, if you want a little kick to this, you can add a little bit of cayenne here. It's really good. But I am not going to do that now because I'm going to add eggplants, and I want more of a flavorful, floury taste to it, and not so much a kick. If I was doing this with beef or veal or pork, a mixture, instead of the eggplants, I would probably use just parsley. And I'll show you, we're gonna add that later. We're gonna add the eggplants, the bread, the cheese, and we'll turn off the heat, and then stuff our stuff and throw it in the oven, and boom! All right, so hang in there because this is gonna take 10 minutes. So we will be back. All right, we're back. It's been about 11 minutes. I gave it an extra minute because I wanted the juice to come down a little bit, so I wanted more evaporation. Now, turn off your heat. Very important. Move from your heat. Give it a minute. Well, not a minute, but like 30, 40 seconds. And then when you see the boiling stop and the steam subsides somewhat, you're going to just add some crumbs. Not all of it. And then you're going to stir. And then you're going to add some cheese. Not all of it. And stir. Now I'm going to add a little more pepper. Another good pinch. And stir. Some more bread. Crumbs. And by the way, fresh breadcrumbs just adds to it. So if you buy a baguette and you don't use all of it, next day grate it and you'll see the flavor difference. Or else you can buy the store-bought stuff. I do that. I'm in a pinch. All right, put the rest of that in. And keep stirring. And we're going to add our cheese. Not all of it though. We're going to stir. Now we're going to get our eggplants. And I'm going to put a good, generous pinch of that. So, if I had to measure it, I would say about a tablespoon overall. I'm going to add a little more. About a tablespoon of eggplants. Eggplants, which is herbs from Provence, France. It's delicious. You use it for all kinds of things. Oh my gosh. Never tried it. Please, please try it. It's amazing. All right, we're going to add more cheese. Sometimes I'll use Gruyere, which is like a Swiss cheese, which is delicious as well. But fresh Parmesan, nice. Please don't use the stuff in the... I better be careful. cardboard containers, it's better to use fresh ingredients. Yeah. All right. And now we're going to keep mixing this, and we're going to let it cool a little bit. Look how it absorbed the liquid. Now, if you still have a lot of liquid, add more breadcrumbs or cheese. Breadcrumbs works the best. So you can just take the bread, and if you want to, write it. Add some. No big deal. Okay, we're going to let this cool. And then, you know what, I'm going to add a little more Zelda sauce. There we go. Just wonderful flavor there. Okay, now I'm going to let that cool. And then simply, I'm going to bring my tray over here. Yeah, let's see. Can you see that? Yeah, you can. Okay, perfect. Maybe I won't move the camera and just do it right here. But I gotta let this cool. You want to let it cool because or else it's just, I don't know, binders. Not a good thing. It's just easier. Let it cool. We're gonna put it in the oven for 45 minutes after we stuff all this. So don't worry, it'll heat back up. Okay. So we will be back. I'm going to give it like 5 minutes, maybe 7 minutes to cool down a little bit, and then, yeah, I'll stuff it. All right, we're back. I already started the stuff in. And what I did is I basically put a little bit in every one, and then just kept adding, so I don't run out of stuffing. But it's pretty simple. You take it, stuff it in there. Now you don't want to overstuff it. You just want to bring it to the top. Just like that. Oh, maybe I should show it. Just like that. Oh. So it's even to the top. Because we don't want this goodness to boil out. Or bake out, I should say, not boil. And just add a little bit at a time once you get a pretty good filling on all of them. The tomatoes are the, probably the biggest filling that you got to do, but again, just to the top. And then you're going to take it, I don't remember which one's which. I don't know, but yeah, that'll work. I'm going to put the tops back on. There. Push it down a little bit. And rid the rest. And look for, these giant zucchinis that I got that needed the most filling. But you don't have to worry about filling it to the top if it's too large. So then what you have left, don't waste it. See, now I can just easily top it. But it is a little low. Okay, perfect. Now, I'm going to take my bread. If you just have crumbs, just a little light. Go over it lightly. Beautiful. That's that. Take a little olive oil and put a little bit of olive oil on your tomatoes. A little bit on your peppers. On the side now, not on the meat. Just like that. There we go. And I'm just going to drop a little salt. On everything. Including the tomatoes. pepper. That much, because remember we seasoned it pretty good. Just a sprinkle to give it a little color, right? There we go. And if you want, add a little cloves or some parsley, just to top it a little bit. Just to give it a little beauty. All right, set your timers for, gosh, everybody has a different oven nowadays, but excuse me, Zoe. That's my dog. Zoe, you're by the oven. Go, 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 go. For 45 minutes, 50 minutes, really until tender. So just check on it in 40 minutes at 350, and you're probably good to go. Remember, we put a little water at the bottom of the pan. Oh, it's all close. Oh, in the middle rack. Use gloves. Don't do what I did. There we go. I'm just used to doing that, which is no excuse. Use hot mitts all the time. All right. 45 minutes, 40 minutes. Check on it in 40 minutes. See if it's nice and tender, and but usually it takes about 50 minutes. But we'll be back. It's gonna be awesome, I promise you. Let's get it out of the oven. Watch out, there's gonna be steam. Woo! So step aside. Because remember, we put that water in that tray. Oh, watch out, Zoe. We don't want any puppies burnt. Oh, now gently take it out. Oh, oh my gosh. Look at that. Look at the beauty of that. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, so I made some couscous. Now you can do rice. And then what you're going to do is just, you can put this on a platter. You can, you can put it on a platter and put the couscous or the rice to the side. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little couscous there. And then I am going to put a zucchini. And now you don't want to overdo it, because folks, ask them what they want. I would suggest putting one zucchini, and if they want an eggplant or a tomato, I would ask them. But let's say they wanted a tomato. There we go. Oh, there's the tomato. And then I would say a small bell pepper. Try and get in there. Oh, there we go. And then you can put some more couscous right there. And oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I forgot the parsley. Add a little parsley, some greenage there, and there you have it. Look at the beauty of this eggplant. It is beautiful, easy to make, takes a lot of prep time. Not a lot, but try it. It'll be different and you'll love it. Bonne soirée, bon appétit. Thank you to my subscribers. You guys are amazing. I appreciate the encouragement, the comments, and yeah. Anyways, thank you. Bonne soirée.